Welcome back everybody to Monster Hunter World. Last time we took down the giant big boy himself, the big Godzilla Kulu Yaku, and we repelled the behemoth with the Final Fantasy XIV crossover event. Today we're going to proceed onwards with the Beyond the Blasting Scales. This quest courts only those with absolute faith in their abilities. You face two abnormally powerful Bazilgees. Defeat them to prove you are a true master of the hunt. Yeah, this is gonna be a hard quest. But as I said in the last episode, everybody, unfortunately I did try to fight Behemoth and I can't beat him. I can't beat him by myself. So unfortunately I can't do that, but from beating him from the Repel quest, it did unlock what his armor looked like, so I did show that off at the end of the last episode. But we also have somebody in the research base who wants to speak to us.
Great work, Hunter.
Great work lately, Hunter. While you're here, would you mind hearing me out for a minute? The scholars have a certain pastime they partake in between their studies. I'd like to chip in and see if I can't help out with that. I figured they deserve more chances to unwind. The chef said he'd help out, but I just need to do one little thing before I can surprise them with something I'm sure they'll enjoy. The quest is called a sore sight. Think you could give it a whirl when you got time? I'll make sure a portion of what we make gets sent to the canteen for your use too. Good luck. A sore sight, hunting Otagaron. Well, alright, yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, the quest we are doing today is going to be very, very hard. Bazilgoose is already a tough monster, and fighting two tempered ones is tough. But we have to do this quest to unlock the ability to fight tier 2 tempered monsters. So let's go. Now, when it comes down to general tips, I don't really know too many tips in terms of this quest, but one thing I can tell you for certain is that these Bazilgees are going to be stronger. Right now, our armor can only be upgraded to handle what we've been fighting. This is going to be a quest stronger than what we're technically defensively able to handle, so the only real advice I can give you that would be true is use whatever weapon you are most comfortable with. Use whatever weapon you are best with, but only focus on playing generally defensive. Don't focus on high damage or anything else. For that reason alone, I did switch to the health charm to give us as much health as humanly possible to help me play more defensively. Yeah, we lost some damage in the process, but it's going to be well worth it in the end because Bazilgoose is going to be hitting like he is a semi-truck. He's going to hit hard, and it's gonna hurt a lot. I'm not sure why it's bringing us way over here. I figured I didn't have enough research on them, but I didn't think I was missing that much that I just can't locate either of them. So where are we going to next? It should track their tracks, but yeah, the post-game content of Monster Hunter World is coming not to an end right now, but we are getting closer. We've pretty much taken care of all of the big event special assignment monsters: Devil Joe, Lunastra, Behemoth, Cool of Teroth that I can't show off in my file, but I did have a clip that gave you a link to the extra episode where I fought Cool of Teroth on my personal account, so you can watch that. But now we're just kind of back to the main post story, not the added DLC content that they added. And this is where, before Iceborne ever launched, this is where a lot of the grinding for World was where you would just grind out really strong decorations. You would just grind out for hours fighting tempered monsters to get the best decorations you could possibly get. So I really wish these Gajalaka weren't after me, because now I can't track the Bazilgoose. Okay, we were going the right way. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the post content of World, and I can't wait to move on to Iceborne's content, and we're almost there. And there's one of our Bazilgees. Weirdly not aggroing me, which is okay. I also love whiffing an attack. Dude, did I just whiff twice? Alright, I couldn't roll through his roar. So these Bazilgoose, as I said, are going to be really strong. really, 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 really strong. So we're just gonna focus on playing just defensive. Like, that was just a body check, and that did quite a bit of damage. Now, I'm not focusing on finding the other Basil Goose because they'll show up over time. The other one will kind of show himself. As you see, we have them both here. They kind of fight each other, kind of. I mean, they don't especially fight each other, but they fight each other. Eh? But yeah, since they're gonna drop a lot of bombs, just really, 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 really focus on defense. Just really focus on playing defensively. Because that's the best thing we can do. Like, look how much damage we're taking despite having a max of 190 HP with our health charm and the meal we ate. If we die and we lose that meal, we're gonna have to pop an ancient potion or max potion to get our HP back up. Because we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it more than I could even tell you. Luckily, this Basil Goose is being knocked down, which is making this a lot easier, but yeah, those bombs the other one's dropping is hurting immensely. So now we just gotta get out of here. Let's back off for now. Back off, back off. Pop an max potion, get our health back up. Really focus on one Basil at a time because they're gonna be most difficult when there's two of them. So if you just kind of tackle one at a time and just focus on one and get rid of them, it will be a little bit easier dealing with just one. Remember, Basil Goose, while being a strong monster, his head, feet, and his tail do take extremely high levels of damage. Basil, you alright there, buddy? He will take high amounts of damage, so that is actually a good thing to keep in mind, because Basil is... I would say I would classify him as being squishy. I would rank Basil as being a squishy monster. He takes high damage. If you hit him in his good weak spots, that is. The other Basil should continue to give chase, unfortunately, so we're still going to be tackling both of them at the same time. Not my preferred method of doing this, but it's kind of what we're stuck with. I can't flinch on him if he's not enraged. Well, he is enraged, but this will help us keep us safe. And this is why I specifically did the Luna Toasty mission before doing this, because having the Temporal Mantle with all their explosions makes sections of this more manageable. Now we're just trying to watch ourselves and be very careful. All right, B52 Bombers gonna drop some okay, both B52 Bombers are gonna be dropping explosions. How nice of the both of them, right? I really want to chop off his tail because that will limit the number of bombs that Basil will drop. But sadly, our temporal is over. So just so it respawns for later on in the quest, I am going to take it off right away. Hopefully we can use it again. And yeah, this is kind of the quest. I can kind of hit him. I'm just trying to really watch out for the bombs that they're dropping, because they drop a lot of them. So I don't really want to stay in there. I don't want to stay in there too long, at risk of getting, you know, blown to pieces. Alright, so he's dropping more bombs. They'll explode by themselves, but if they hit them, or if you actually hit a bomb, it will cause them to blow up right away. Yep, nothing like being roared by one and then slammed by the other. I'm trying to really focus on just this one. Because the other one will be taking some minor damage throughout the course of the quest by just being hit by bombs. But I really want to make sure I kill one. Will I be able to sharpen with Grinder? Yes, we did. Nice. Yeah, even taking off one grinding, sharpening cycle, words. Being able to get rid of one sharpening cycle makes a world of difference. Let's see if we can get a mount on Basil. This one's not in oh, this one's actually almost dead. Wow. I didn't think we were doing that well, if I'm being honest. Ah, dang it. Yeah, when they run away, if they get too high in the air, it does force you off them, so. I didn't think I was going to get the soften on him before he got away, but it was worth a try. Oh, want to follow him to his nest, which I believe is the cave where Rathalos hangs out. I flash travel there, or where Rathian hangs out, but I can't fast travel there considering other Basil won't really get off my, won't get off my back. Now, this is probably just because of all the Monster Hunter that I've played over the years since the game's launch, but I say this in like every episode, every time I'm like, ooh, this hunt's real tough, this one's real dangerous, better watch out. This is going a lot better than I thought, obvious reasons, but I think that's only because I know the monsters really well and I've played this game a ton. So if I'm making it look not like professionally easy, but I'm making it look easier. Blow up. Oh, there you go. If I'm making this look easy, then thank you. But just everything I tell you, just be very careful. Just play cautiously. Even if it's not even on this quest where you're fighting the tempered basil geese. Really any quest, any monster you're fighting, anything that's giving you really any moniker of trouble, just be patient. Just be patient, play slow. It's better to play slow and not die and learn the fight than just rushing in and just trying to kill as fast as you can. If you get more comfortable with the game, then dude, by all means, go hard, go fast. Just crush it. Kill them as fast as you can. Show these monsters that you mean business. But if you're just learning it, then there's no shame in just playing slow and playing defensively. It's how I played originally with the switch axe. It's even how I play when I switched to the longsword as my new main. I just played slow, I played cautious, I learned the monsters, I took into account their attacks. I just learned. And I'm not like the best Monster Hunter player, but a little bit of patience goes a long way with just learning fights. Kieran, that we fought before, was probably one of my absolute weakest matchups of monsters, and I beat Kieran without too much problem. Basilus was a monster I dreaded to fight because he would always murder me just instantly and he would be a pain in the butt. As you're seeing here with the tempered Basilus, we're killing him fairly easily. It all just takes time, it all just takes a lot of practice, and that's all it comes down to. And obviously, we're not going to craft the Basilus armor, but we're going to carve him anyways because I want my reward for all the work I'm putting into this. And now we get to go fight the one Basilus 1v1. But yeah, just giving some little thoughts and opinions on it. You know, just patience. I did not pick up, I mean, I'm not even like a technical true Monster Hunter fan. My significant other was a giant Monster Hunter fan, and she's played most all of them. She got me into it, Monster Hunter World, this game. That's why this game means so much to me, because this was my first Monster Hunter game. That's why I love this one. Flaws and all, I love it more than anything. Come on, give me the mount. Oh, I thought it was going to give me the mount, like, right away. That would have been super sick if we could have just got, like, a slit attack straight into a mount. And this fight's going to be a lot easier tackling this Basil. He's not enraged, but he's not really near anything for me to kind of do anything. Also, I should have flinch shot him. Okay, now he's enraged. Now with Basil enraged, we're gonna pull the mean strat on him. Since we're doing 1v1, Temporal Mantle, claw his face. We're gonna soften up with the switch axe because he can't knock me off with the Temporal Mantle. And now we should be able to up our damage, and this will up our affinity by quite a bit too. Because I do have weakness exploit, and if we hit a softened spot, we hit for like 50% higher affinity. Alright, come on. There we go. Whatever, we're gonna waste some of our Temporal Mantle, but once he knocks down, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him pretty hard in the face. See if we can, yeah, let's give him in the face, because we'll get that soften damage. Oh, we're still on him. Sometimes this happens. Will we get another discharge, though, is the question? Yes, we do. Oh, maximum damage on this one Basil. It does make this better than fighting one Basil mono because because there's two of them, they do have a reduced health pool, which is really nice to have. Okay, before he gets away. Come on. Oh, I thought he was going to put me on his head. Oh, kind of did, yeah. There we go. And there's two tempered Basil Geese defeated. trust me, when I first did this quest, I would fail this constantly. Actually, I couldn't even do this quest by myself when I first played. I had to like shoot like an SOS flare, and I had to have people help me. Also, what's with this weird like after image on my hunter? You see that? It looks really weird being inside Basil. It creates like a weird after image effect to everything. That looked weird. Yeah, like if I go in him, it just looks real strange. Oh well. But yeah, I had to like fire an SOS flare, and I had to have other hunters like in the community of just people that would just kind of help out lower rank hunters. I had to have them help me. I had to shoot out a flare and have people like assist me. So it's totally fine if you need people to help you. And now we've unlocked the ability to fight tier 2 tempered monsters. Basil, Rathalos, Diablos, Pink Rathian, Odogaron, tier 2 monsters. And we also have a stream stone now. Because we fought higher level tempered monsters, now instead of getting a shard, we now just have a stream stone. Pretty cool. Let's go see what deckles we get from that. You didn't see this in the finale episode, but when we defeated Xeno'jiiva, our hunter cap has been removed and we shot straight up to 29. Now we never leveled up our hunter rank after that because 29 has another hunter cap.
The field teams gathered at the main
thus
gate.
giving you
Seems
the
like they're
tempered
getting ready to
Basil Goose
go out
quest.
on an expedition
Because
in
we
the forest.
defeated the Basil Goose quest, our hunter cap was removed. We now shot up to 48. Now, we're actually not at max level, ironically, for all the quests that I've done in between episodes of getting stuff done. We're not at max rank. The next max rank cap is at 49, and we're one level away. But with that, let's check and see if we have any tier 2 monster investigations. We do not, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. So with that, let's see what we can do in the meantime. We do have that one optional quest. I guess 2 actually. We have... Oh, I have to complete this. It shouldn't be here. Or is it because I haven't done it again? I'm not gonna do this right now. I'll do this and I'll cut it out of the episode to see if that actually fills it up, because Xeno'jiiva can show up in here and it shows up with the Showdown Muck and the Maw quest, but it shows it's completed because I think I did it already. But AzurePKK doesn't, but so it has 2. So this will stay here for 2 quests. So if I do another quest, this will still be here in the meantime. So for now though, let's go take down a source site and just hunt an Odogaron. And this should be stupid easy. And then I'll fight the AzurePKK, but I'll cut that out because it's gonna be the exact same Zora quest earlier in the game, where it's just gonna be shooting cannonballs at him and being on his body and real boring, real nonsensical. But I'm gonna do it to see if that adds to it, because we do have to complete every quest in the game at some point anyways, because there will be a bonus quest if we do. So that's why. Oh, this is a little bit different. Now we're fighting Odogaron in the Coral Highlands. Yeah, having that health boost charm, yeah, we're not getting the bonus for what we could be using with a weapon specifically, but having health boost is such a good skill. For a while we didn't use it, and it's hard to use it and then have all that extra squishy health to get beat down with, and then switch to not using it. It really kind of gives you this weird like whiplash effect of like, oh man, I'm so tanky and I can take so much damage, and then you don't have it and you're like, oh my god, wow, I'm gonna die. I don't have like any health. But here we go. It's just an Odogaron. It's gonna be pretty basic. He's not really gonna stand a chance against us. But this will be good, because it's good to have a little unwind quest after, you know, fighting Luna, Behemoth. I mean, heck, even the Tempered Basil Goose, as easy as that technically was. So it's good to sometimes fight more relaxing monsters, especially Odogaron, because he's such a cool monster. Wow. ZZ blinded us both. It's kind of funny. Because you know how much I love Odogaron, so fighting this monster is always a treat. Plus, this is high rank Odogaron, and like, look at how we're just gonna kill him. And now we're both playing a dancing game. Ooh. Hey. He inflicted bleed. Oh, and Milo paralyzed him. Wow. Otagon, I'm kind of sorry, man. You know, you're just getting the short end of the stick, if I'm being honest with you. I'm sorry. You don't really deserve this for how much I love you. And I'm playing this risky here. I'm gonna try and not cure from the bleed, and just see if we can beat Otagon without curing from bleed. Like, we obviously know we can beat him easily, but let's kind of give ourselves a little bit of a challenge and beat him without curing the bleed. This might kill us though, because this is going to take a lot of our health away with every stab. So we might fail the mount. Unless we get lucky. Are we going to get it? Ooh. Alright, this is kind of silly that I'm doing this. Oh! Milo almost threw the Vigor Wasp spray on me. He almost threw it in time for us to survive it. Dang. Dang, that was so close. Like, literally, if Milo would have threw that Vigor Wasp spray even like a second earlier, we literally would have survived. We would have survived that. We would have lived it, and we would have been styling. Oh, Otagon. I'm sorry. You don't deserve this. He really didn't. For one, that just shows the power of the defender weapons that they added to Vanilla World to help you beat the game a little bit faster. But also just the power, just that power scale of the monsters we had been fighting that were like really, really strong versus fighting old, like, Otagon is a tier 2. He's not an Elder Dragon, he's a tier 2 monster, so he's not like, he's not weak, but he's not like the strongest thing in the world either. And we treat him like he was nothing, dude. And now, what you'll see is, since we're not max hunter rank, now when this quest is over, you will now see an experience bar for our hunter rank to level up. So you'll see that now. Man, I kind of wish I really wish you had an option to, like, instead of waiting for the timer to run out, you could just be like, alright, I'm good to go back to town and just leave right away. I really wish that was an option. That'd have been pretty cool to have. I would have liked it. Hey, look, our first 2 decos in forever. And nothing good. But I mean, that's typical. It's not a tempered monster. That's not what they're meant to give us. But there you go. Hunter rank went up. Not a lot, because it's only a tier 2 Otagon, but like hunting tempered monsters or tier 2 monsters or Elder Dragons, tempered monsters will definitely give you the most experience possible. So I can't check anymore, but it does seem that Zora Magdros mission does count. I think it did. I just did it, and I did it really quickly, but because it only had 1 attempt left, I can't see it anymore, but I think that counted. But we are still missing some quests. So to round off this episode, I want to show you another tempered tier 1 monster quest to hopefully get more tier 2s with his tracks. Because also there's a cure one. I think I already actually picked up the quest, never mind. I am going to show off a super high reward. Hunt a Gyrototus, faint 2 times for special rewards. And we're gonna try to gather his tracks because we're gonna try to get more tempered quests. But also, since this is only a threat level 1, this does show you that there are different. This will show you that there are different colored face stones that will give us different rarities or different percentage RNG chances of better decos. And since we did defeat those tempered Basilgoose, we did get that stream stone. So let's test our luck and melt some of our trash decos.
Oh,
And
yes.
to see what this gives us. Meld Let's see. Wyvern Ritual, yeah. 250 points, Coral Concoction, one stream stone. We're gonna get rid of like some of these resistance decos, because like we don't really, or no. Do the Antidote Jewel, we'll keep our Dragon Resist. Do Anti-Paralysis. Pep Jewel we don't care about. Anti-Blast we don't care about. Bleeding we aren't worried about, and here we go. Glowing face zones this gives us. Before it was mysterious, these are glowings. These are rarer. Which doesn't necessarily mean that they're always better decos, it just has a higher chance of rare decos. A Heavy Artillery, which is really good against Zora Magdaros. But Botany, meh, and a Flight Jewel that we already have 1,000 of, so that one wasn't very good, unfortunately. My RNG, still bad. Okay, since it doesn't want to bring me to Camp or Girototus, we'll just get some free armor spheres, I guess. Alright. Now we'll fast travel back to camp and eat a meal to make ourselves even stronger, to kill Jiro even faster, a little bit faster. And hopefully my RNG is better in a tempered quest where maybe, like, we don't need to get, like, the most rare, amazing deco, but, like, the decos that I'm trying to actually get that I would actually find to be very, very beneficial for us is getting a level 1 deco, the Vitality Decoration. Because instead of slotting an attack, which is nice to have that extra boosted attack, but what I want is Vitality. That way I don't have to run the Health Charm or even Luna's Pants that I still can't craft. Thanks, Luna. It makes it where I can just slide in health boost into our decoration, giving us more flexibility with our charm and our armor. We still need decorations in our armor to be able to equip Vitality, but it will just help us out. I'm not going to fight him yet because I want to grab his tracks and hope I get an investigation. And hopefully it's a tier 2. You can get tier 2s from this because it just gives you tempered quests. It's not necessarily, oh, you got a tier 1 monster track. You can only get a tier 1 investigation. You can get, I think, any tier except elders. I could actually be 100% wrong on this. But now Jiro wants to fight, so now we're locked into combat. So let's do this. Let's see if I can get some decent RNG. This is still going to be only a lowest level tempered monster, so it's not going to be anything spectacular. But maybe this is how I got my Sharp Jewel, because I got lucky through this. And also, we should honestly be killing Girototus pretty quickly if I'm being real. Like, this honestly shouldn't even be all that hard. You should die pretty easily. Ooh, we just barely whipped his tail to get that little extra damage. Oh, and Milo getting that paralysis off to hold him in place. He's been really good this whole playthrough. Milo has been on top of it with that paralysis. He really has. Come on, Girototus. Bring it on. Bring it on. Ooh. He's no longer enraged, which isn't very good because we do get that little extra damage. I think it's only like +5 attacks and like +2 or 3 affinity, so it's honestly not very much, but I mean, it adds up. You know, a little extra damage goes a long way. It adds up. Now, if I wanted to do it, I could capture Girototus, and that would actually end the hunt faster. Because it won't matter if we kill him or not for decos. It honestly doesn't make a difference. But sometimes it just feels good to murder the monster. Because again, he shouldn't last too much longer. I feel like we're racking up crazy high damage on him. Yeah, he's got the skull. He's got the skull. There we go. Now I do actually have a bounty, a limited bounty for the week to hunt 2 Piscine Wyverns, which is why I'm really glad I got lucky to get this Gyrototus quest, because that will give me the Gold Wyverian print that I could use to craft the Toester gem to get Master's Touch by crafting his pants finally. We could. But I'm honestly not too worried about that much anymore, because our builds are doing just fine without it. Plus I have Sharp Jewels, so like now if I just get more Grinder Decos with Sharp, I could just one cycle Sharpen and just have Protective Polish and just kind of do that every now and then, so. I mean, maybe I'll still craft the pants. If you noticed, it didn't actually show in the description, but the Draken Behemoth armor, because it has 2 set skills, if you wear 4 pieces of the Draken armor, the second skill gives you Master's Touch. The same thing Tosi's armor does, but it's better. And if you wear all of his armor, you have Crit Boost level 3 naturally, and Critical Eye level 6 naturally. All you would need is to equip the Tenderizer charm, or get lucky and get Tenderizer decorations, and boom, you've got like damn near max affinity, and your crits do 40% more damage. And here we go. Yeah, so it shows actually all 4 of them. So you've got the Mysterious, the basic Face Stone, the Glowing that we crafted from the Streamstone, rarity 5, a Worn Face Stone, which is a rare 6, and then we actually got the rarity 7, the highest level right now in base world, the Warped Face Stone that has the highest chance to give us the rare decos. So come on, RNG, let's do this. Meowster, not very good. Sleep, it's decent if you want to inflict sleep on an enemy. Paracoat, para functionality, that's for bow users to be able to use the Paracoat. Because bows will have like coats like power coating, sleep coating, paralysis coating. If your bow doesn't come with it, equip this, you can now use paralyzed coatings. And defense lock. So really we only had 1 rare deco, technically 2, but even the 2 rare decos we got don't really benefit me. And that's why you want tempered quests with a lot of rewards and technically stricter like fair requirements, because the chances make them rarer. At least I think they do. They might not technically do, but I think so.
The field teams gathered at the
RNG
main
did
gate.
not want to bless me.
Seems
We're
like they're
about
getting ready
halfway
go
to
out on
rank
an expedition in
49.
the forest.
We took down Zora, but his quest still isn't in here. So we showed off Gyrototus. I think with that, between episodes, I will get us to Hunter rank 49 to unlock the next quest. I will look up a quest list to try to gather any other optional quests that we are missing throughout the rest of the game. And we'll tackle all of that going forward next time on Monster Hunter World. So, I will see you guys then.